Hello everybody, it's Mystic, and welcome back to my library. This is another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We had a lot happen in the last episode. There was a dungeon. It was proven that the end of days is going to happen because something is affecting people. Like if they have strong emotions, they turn into monsters, and then they lose all of their ether, which is a really bad thing because when they die, they're like gone. They don't even go to the ethereal. What do they say? The ethereal plane? Ethereal sea? I don't remember, but it was like one of those. So we're here in Palakistan, and we were just trying to rescue people. There's not a lot of people left, and it is time to talk to Alphino. So let's see what he has to say. I can tend to the rest. Pray, look after Matsuya. No doubt what we have seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Yeah, we don't want Matsuya turning into a monster. That would be not good. Where is he? Here he is. Oh, Celeste! Celeste! This is Uveret, the elder here. He is hurt, but praise be to the sisters. He still lives. Young Matsuya here told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but we did our best to carry on as we have always done, until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village, a flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes, struck down by creatures only to rise again to join the murderous horde, in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they have found their way to safety. Matsuya, do you perchance remember Karasaf and Mehvan, the young couple who always brought your freshest catches? Oh my god, y'all. It is so hard to read out loud. How could I forget, Elder? When I came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way, but Karasaf and Mehvan brought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards XIV Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task. Surely, I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help them, but I'm a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. The temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. Please, stay back. Ah! Oh no. That was Karasaf. Oh no, this is not good. I'll take a look. You stay here. Please do. The cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. Oh no. I have a bad feeling. Oh no, was that his wife and child? The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. I'm sorry, Celeste. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, it cannot be. Is someone... anyone? My arms, so heavy, and my legs. I cannot feel my legs. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them. I need to be with them. I need... oh, crap. Karasaf. No, Karasaf, you must stay strong. More time. I thought I had... I don't want to die. Let's speak to him. Thank you. Please, find them. I really hope that wasn't just them. Mehvan still lives, and she has their child. Okay. We must search the jungle between here and Palakistan. There is nowhere else she could have gone, I think. I mean, at least he didn't turn into a monster. Forgive me, Karasaf. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return to lay you to rest. Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. I'm really worried it was those monsters we fought originally. Perhaps the beasts have chased them farther from the village. Oh, gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mehvan and her little one to safety. Okay, but Matsia, I need you to calm down too, bud. Meanwhile, in the skies above Thavnair... Oh no, not a meanwhile. Oh, okay.
No more enemies to trouble us here.
That's good.
It's me. How fare you below?
Not wonderfully.
Understood. I will inform Vritra. Chaos and panic sweep Radz-at-Han, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahhawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father.
Okay, and you need to not panic too, because a dragon turning into a friggin' monster is not what we need right now.
My friends fight alongside your radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it.
So it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflicts this abhorrent punishment upon them.
Yep.
A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
Yeah, nobody deserves this.
Will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Radz-at-Han is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahhawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man?
No, I really don't think that's gonna happen. I feel like the people here trust him.
These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so. Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result.
But does it always have to be that way?
It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue.
That's very
He
true.
would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes. And the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahhawan's greater goals. Yet I know that he served you. Served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Easy, but the future of Radz-at-Han hangs in the balance. We have company.
Okay. Because having a dragon turn into one of those.
Come, Vritra. It's all or nothing.
Oh, that was from the. That was from the. Whatever it was called. Why can't I words? Preview. You know what I mean. Oh no. Matsuya, I really need you to calm down. Matsuya. Oh my god, phone. Not now. What do you want? If Mehvan fled deeper into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy. Yeah, you gotta stay calm. But how can I at a time like this? They could be dead. So if I allow myself to be overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast? I'm not sure I understand, but I will do my best. I've seen to the wounded. How did you two fare? Did you find your friends? Yeah, not yet. I'm still not sure they're alive. I hate to be pessimistic, but I don't know. I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alize and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsuya speak with Elder Uravet? Please, pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. Will do. We will save Mehvan and her child. We can do that much for Karasov. I am heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karasov, but he... Say no more. I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Karasov may be gone, but there is still hope for Mehvan and her child. Please, please find them, I beg of you. And if in your search you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe and their spirits high. It's a good thing we got this guy, because it seems like he can, you know, keep himself calm-ish. Like, I mean, I guess you can have some fear, but not a lot. Let's rejoin your friends. Okay. I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let's resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Matsuya? If we follow Kisarota south, we will arrive at Perusa Temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mehvan sought shelter there, and perhaps the other villagers as well. Then it's settled, Matsuya. Stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We make for Perusa as quickly as we are able. With me. A temple? Where a bunch of people can gather and perhaps summon a primal? Are we coming up to a trial? I feel like we might be, because it's feeling like that time. Although I feel like the trial is going to be 86 and not 85. But I think we're probably getting there. I don't know. That's my thought process. If they're all together and they're all freaking out, they're either going to summon a primal or they're going to become one. Thank you. I thought I was done for. Mehvan? She's a friend of mine too, but I haven't seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beasts, and with her child. Gods, worry not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Okay, but stay calm. Don't run right towards that crocodile either. Celeste, wait. Perusa lies up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come, and already many have been killed. Alphino and Alice have gone to do what they can, but there are so many. More than I can count. You must be ready. Oh no. I'm ready. I have a very bad feeling about this, but I'm ready. There you are. How fare the others? Oh, I mean, I only lost one person, I think. Not that that's great. I see. You've seen to all the beasts in sight. In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mehvan? Where could she be?
I am really worried about this being a place where a primal could get summoned. Really worried about that.
We've dealt with all the blasphemies and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return, someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
I mean, I know a place with a bunch of little bunny people that are willing to help, but hopefully it doesn't come to that.
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could,
Oh no.
it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
My friends, this is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Good old Matzia.
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is.
This is really, really impactful, especially for, like, what's been going on in the world right now, like the real world, our world. Like, it actually hits really close to home because, I mean, stuff's not good right now. But you gotta do what you can.
Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are. My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mehvan, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
I'm getting really fond of Matzia, and I feel like the game is setting us up for some massive heartbreak with him, and I'm not okay right now.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand, so I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
Yeah.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
Yeah.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mehvan.
I hope we can.
Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
Alright, well, let's go try that then. I wish I was as hopeful as everybody else. Over there. My view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Celeste, go with Matzia and search along the river. Alphino and I will circle around from the south. Oh no.
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Mehvan!
Oh no.
Don't! Please!
Oh, okay. They made it in time. Oh. Shoot. Okay, but that gave her a chance to run at least. Why is it so fixated on her? No!
No! God have mercy!
Where's the baby? Where's the baby? Oh no. Oh no. I can't do this. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. Why was that beast just so intent on Mehvan? I don't understand. Like, we were there attacking it, but it was intent on her. Oh no, Matzia. Did you find Mehvan and the child? Damn it all. You have the child, let me see her.
She's so cold, Alphino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back.
Oh, come on.
Not now!
Matzia, take the child.
Damn it. It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Matzia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself.
Matzia,
You can't be serious.
we don't have a choice right
The
now.
beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matzia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
Yeah, you can.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matzia. Go! Quickly!
Steady. You know the way.
Oh no!
No. No. Not you too.
No.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark.
No!
No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged.
Oh, come on.
Every agony.
Was that Bastinian? Okay.
The divinity.
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mehvan and Grasef. Please.
Well, well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
Okay. That was, game.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matzia.
Yeah. He had help from on high. Oh, I guess I saw them?
What, like divine aid?
No, like a dragoon on a dragon.
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian, it was you who came to Matzia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
Yeah.
There's something I need to do first.
Oh.
Mehvan gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone.
Yeah, that's fair.
She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband at least. Will you help me?
Man, this game, it just sends you on a roller coaster of emotions. I am like laughing during the whole loporrit scene, and now I'm sobbing. We have done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palaka to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Mehvan and Karasov died as they lived, as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find the peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even the smallest of solaces would be this comforting. You're ready then. I guess so. In that case, let's head to Palaka. No doubt Vritra is waiting us. That was a tough one. That was really tough. I've mentioned before, I'm a mom, and whenever kids are involved, it's very hard for me. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matzia returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavner must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, every death another void that can never be filled. We who serve them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Karasov and Mehvan's babe is a child of Thavner as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. O most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. To say that were it not for you, brave Matzia and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the Satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as Satrap, with Ahawan as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the Satrap all along. Oh. How'd she get here? Nadana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palikastan in their time of need, and so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mehvan's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Var-Shan was created to serve as your emissary? Oh, she's smart. She picked that up way faster than anybody else. Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Var-Shan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people and decided not to press the issue. I had always surmised that one of Ahawan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vritra. Pray, allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Radz-at-Han, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vritra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit to the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this their darkest hour. 'Twould seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radz-at-Han fares. What will you do, scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Need to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavner? I mean, it's not just Thavner, unfortunately. Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see it can further our own research. And with that, here we are, a pot of piping hot chai. I love chai. Brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties, then? It's also really delicious. Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Nadana. By all means, allow us to assist. Oh, I want to go make chai now. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you finish, look for me at Wakeful Torana. I really want to go make a cup of chai now. I think I have chai left. I've been drinking it a lot lately, actually. Look at them all, lazing about, knowing full well the beast might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Here, just chill out. Have a cup of chai. You're good. A cup of chai? Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I could aid my village and my friends, I will do it. I'm sorry. I just want to be left alone. My dearest friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it was all I could do it was all I could do to run. All the while I could hear the monstrous voice screaming my name. This is for me. We used to drink chai together often, shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same. For his memory, and for we who must remember. Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Radz-at-Han hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to turn. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time, for that is all any of us can do. Yes, back to work. Once I finish this cup. Thank you. Thank you for delivering the chai, Celeste. Did it help lift the villagers' spirits? It did. That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days shows no sign of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know, what has become of Mehvan and Karasov's remains? Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Is he going to adopt her? Because... Okay. I mean, honestly, it sounds like the whole village is going to take on the role of raising her, which is just very heartwarming, and I hope she does okay. While we finish delivering the chai, I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I can almost believe there's a magic at work, how their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnair like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Radz-at-Han? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akali. We have plenty to spare. Then let us find Estinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? He went to go find some... Oh, yeah, that's right. Wakeful Tirana, near the bridge to Radz-at-Han, as I recall. Very well, then. Alphino told me everything. Full glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. 'Twould seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavnair. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city on Al-Zadal's path. Come. It's good to see you safe. Given the skies, 'tis all too easy to fear the worst. I am pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled, and the citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? Yeah, I think the dragon's about to tell everybody that he's the satrap. So Vritra is finally coming out behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To Megaduda then. Before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all of the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them.
Look! Someone's coming!
Oh, Varshan's back.
People of Radz-at-Han, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon!
Wow!
People of Radz-at-Han, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
I think they will.
If I am hearing this right, you were the Satrap all along?
Yep. Surprise!
Vashan! I mean, Master Vritra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Favne, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radz-at-Han to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radz-at-Han will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us.
Yeah, I think
As
it's gonna be
divinities,
fine.
both Manusha and Riga once joined together. So too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Izel's face.
Yeah.
Indeed.
What the hell are you doing here? Oh, crap.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
You have got the worst timing in the history of ever. What?
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radz-at-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
He's right there.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavnair, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago.
But we're only just telling you now. It's a minor detail.
Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape this star? What madness is this?
Yeah, you tell him.
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction.
It also had a god in it, but we're not going to talk
And
about
by
that.
our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save.
I mean, I'm glad
Including
they're
you,
helping everyone.
our dear friends of Radz-at-Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
They're getting a lot of information at once.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnair. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vritra. We believe in you.
Aww. Oh no, now what?
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Okay, she sounds happy and not scared, so that's good.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine.
Okay.
All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do?
That's actually a good question.
Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Oh, that's right! And that could also explain why this is emotion-driven.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
There it is. I had a bunch of you...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained.
A bunch of you in the comments were telling me that Akasha was going to be important. And here it is.
Ah, do you still have that flower?
I do. I was wondering when it was going to be brought back out. Yeah.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha.
Yeah, don't scare anybody right now.
Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
Yeah, of course we will. I love her. As far as we have come, after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nidana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? Greetings, honored scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduda prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vritra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Radz-at-Han. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Ah, and to you, Celeste Miston, there is someone that we had hoped to introduce you to in particular. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now? This must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Who am I going to talk to? Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Access to the Aetheryte you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. Okay, I actually already did, because when I ran over here, I did that first, just to see if it would work, and it did. So, cool. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the Hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radz-at-Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Oh, we've got an Ishgardian delegate. Lomans and... Oh! Okay. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, you're the famous Celeste Miston, eh? I knew at the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Shirabot, please, you're speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or we will be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the 7th Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm great. This talk of eggs reminds me I'm late for dinner. What is this place? I hear you've been to Kugane. Well, where you have had seen all sorts of foreign embassies and whatnot. Well, we've got them here at Radz-at-Han too. Other lands send delegates to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? Yep, we've got representatives from Doma, Ul'dah and Alamigo, Limsa Lominsa, Gridania, and last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radz-at-Han and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a word from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? Also, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself? Okay. I'm a little hungry, but that's fine. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that this first transformation apparently occurred before skies turned red. 'Tis contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnair reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our far eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvos. Alas, that is of little comfort. Although all throughout allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, the incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Kalzal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone, anywhere, overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Radz-at-Han, we've been taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. It's interesting, they're blasphemies, but in Shadowbringers, they were sins. It's very, there's, some religious undertones here. That's interesting. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of their ability. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's mind at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray, lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Okay. Oh, I wonder, are these the role quests? Because we haven't gotten them yet, right? Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. It's the role quest. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. Cool. I think this is the role quest. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You've gained access to the role quests. Okay. I will come back and do this myself later. I don't think I'm going to record the role quest because I'm only planning, at least for now, to do the caster one. I will obviously be doing all of them, but just to get through the story, I'm only going to do caster. I'm going to just do this part offline and, like, you know, for myself later. Pray forgive Shirabat her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mehvan? Yeah, I'm good. Plus, I've got the teleporter now. We're good. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all of the Radiant host, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage at Radz-at-Han in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahawan's legacy and serve Master Vritra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Okay, I will come back and do that part later. Let's just continue the main story. Because, yeah, this is my main story playthrough. Every other, like, side quest thing I've just been doing on my own. Welcome. When the Satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kalzal from your friend Grahatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are our Mehvan's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? I am really struggling. Chai, absolutely chai. As you wish. Pray join your friends, and I will bring you your drink. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell? I have some role quests to do. Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details?
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
Yep.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
Oh, could that happen?
Survive.
Like, could this happen to, like say, I don't know, a fox sees somebody change, and then that monster starts chasing the fox. The fox is obviously going to be terrified. Can it turn into a monster?
Here's your order, friend.
Thank you. Chai.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
Thank you.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days.
And she's being surprisingly quiet.
Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Yeah, but aren't there more in Sharlayan? In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. Where could I get it? I mean, aside from Sharlayan.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Yeah, there is. I mean, not not living per se. But what about the Shade of Hythlodaeus? He's still there, right? Because he knows stuff. Ooh, are we going back to Shadowbringers?
Not alive as such, but not quite dead. Elidibus.
Or him.
I sealed him in the White Horosite of the Crystal Tower back in the First. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul.
Okay, I had a different idea in mind, but I guess we could do this too.
However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
It's been a while since I've seen my friends there. I'm gonna go visit Reen. Yeah, it's worth a try, and it would be an opportunity to visit everyone.
Yes, we can but act and hope for the best.
If nothing else, should we learn the First is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight.
Mm-hmm.
That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Okay.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again.
Yep.
But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see.
Oh god, Emmett Selk with the foreshadowing.
Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Are we gonna get a meanwhile? It seems like a good place for a meanwhile. No? No meanwhile. Okay. Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? Yeah, I think so. Should be good to go. In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks, and when you arrive on the First, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. I will. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're going back to the First. I wasn't expecting this. This is so cool. Alright, I'm excited. However, that was a very long episode, so I am going to stop here, and I will pick things up next time. We'll talk to Graha, and then we'll head to the First and see what everybody is doing there. But yeah, I also want to see how the First is doing. I don't know if they're being affected to all of this like we are, but we will find out. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also, you can follow me on social media, which I have linked down below. And you can become a channel member by clicking the join button, or a fan house sub by checking down below as well. Those are optional monthly monetary support options. But again, do not have to do it. Just very appreciated. And yeah, I will see you next time.